Hello, and welcome to the Abundology podcast. My name is Renee Spears, and I'm coming to you from downtown Portland, Oregon. And this is the weekly energy update for the week of October 13th, 2019. And every Sunday, I talk about how the energy is going to be for the week ahead. And I also infuse the show with some positive vibes so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. So today is a beautiful full moon known as the Hunter's Moon. And the Hunter's Moon always follows September's harvest moon. And the Hunter's Moon gets its name from the Native Americans, as all of our moons do. And after the harvest, animals would come to the field for the leftovers from the harvest, the scraps. And with the full moon, this full moon, it was easier to see the deer and the other animals with the bright moonlight and successfully hunt them. So this full moon brings a new beginning. And even though full moons are usually associated with letting go and endings, this particular full moon is in the sign of Aries, and that is the very first sign of the zodiac. And a new cycle of full moons is beginning now, and for the next 12 months, this is the first one, since it's the first one in the sign of the zodiac in Aries. So this full moon also has a positive T-square, which is a T that is formed in the astrological charts and up in the sky of the sun and the moon and Pluto. And this can be incredibly intense times. And squares are all about taking action. And this full moon also forms a trine, which is a positive interaction with Jupiter, which is all about, and as we know, Jupiter is all about expansion. And whatever Jupiter touches becomes bigger. And the full moon is really always a very emotional time, so you can expect your feelings at this time you can be quite emotional. So just give yourself a break during this time. So we have a square that is all about taking action. And we have Jupiter, which is about making things bigger. So this is really the time to take action, to commit to something and seriously set your intention. And we hear a lot about setting intentions and manifesting. And I notice that a lot of people really don't understand the importance of setting an intention. It is not, I think I want this thing and I'm not going to try to go for it. It's not that. It is different. It is the difference between I hope I get something and I am going to get something. It is in an unstoppable mindset. I am going to get this thing. We are committing to it. It's the act of setting this unstoppable intention that immediately shifts your energy. So this is an energy set point of I am going to get something. By doing that, you are sending this vibration of your intentional energy out into the universe. And you are going to get that thing no matter what. And I think that it's cool that this corresponds with our Hunter's Moon. The Native Americans had to go out and get food at this full moon to last through the winter. And honestly, if they didn't succeed, they risked dying and starving. So they had to set their intention that they are going to get food or their lives depended on it. So we don't have the same dire situations that they did now if we don't happen to set a strong intention and we still have food. But this is a time where we can take advantage of this energy to go after the thing in life that we want. And the past few weeks and months have all been about figuring out what we want, clearing things up out of the way, that needed to be cleared up, starting to take some small actions towards moving forward. And now with this full moon, things really get kicked into gear. So you want to set a strong intention right now. Commit to it. Write it down. Put it on a sticky note and put it on your mirror. Make your intention your screensaver or your password. Tell it to your family and your friends. Announce it to the world. Make it clear to the universe that this is what you are doing, no matter what. So for me, my intention is my business is going to be successful. And I know that I'm going to do everything I need to do to make my business successful. And when you're setting an intention, this is not the time to put limits on how you want things to look. That's for a different time. This is not the time, because that weakens your intention. You can't say, I'm going to have a successful business, but I don't want to work on weekends, and I don't want to work with certain type of clients, and I don't want to do that. As you can see, even by thinking these things, it weakens your intention. So right now is the time to be strong, to commit to something and go for it no matter what. And right now, this moon, this energy of the moon, we can use it. It's the first of the zodiac. We have all of this big energy moving us forward. So we might as well use this energy to propel us forward and help us with this success. It just makes everything so in life so much easier if you can use the energy that's out there and the planets and everything else that is out there to help move you along. And so whatever happens on this moon is connected to where the astrological signs were 6 months ago. And that's when the new moon was in Aries, and we started another chapter at that time. So the intentions you set back then and the decisions you made since that point, those intentions have now expanded and grown. And it's now time to reap the rewards of those intentions back then and move things along. So exactly 6 months ago is when I started Abundology. And I've spent these months putting the basics into place. I did my website, I've done my marketing, I figured out exactly how I kind of wanted it to look. Some things I really didn't want to do, I let those go. And now I have a really clear idea of what I want. And I'm telling you, I'm setting my intention out into the universe right now. I'm going to make my business successful. And the result of setting these clear intentions is that you have freedom and you have confidence. And there's no more standing by the sidelines hoping and waiting for something to happen. You are setting it in motion with this moon. And it's now time for all of us to take charge of our lives once and for all and set these things in motion. So our Wiccan friends also, and many others also believe that this is the time right now where the veils between the world, our physical 3D world, and the spirit world are very thin. So pay close attention this week to all of your visions and any psychic messages you may receive right now. So any inspiration you get that you really don't know, where did this idea come from? This is a crazy idea. Where did I get this idea? This is the time where you might really want to take those ideas seriously, because there are messages from the other side to help from your spirit guides and people that have passed to help move you along. Once again, no coincidence, it's at this time where we are putting all that energy out into the world to move us forward. So to recap, set a strong intention this week and commit to it. Now is the time. And pay attention to any visions and messages you get right now. This is an important time to pay attention to them, and they are important. We're going to move forward right now toward the life we want. If you set a strong intention on this full moon, you cannot be stopped. So thank you for listening. Again, this is the last week of my $25 off special. So just use the coupon code 25 off on the website to receive $25 off. And I also started a mentoring program this week. It's primarily for businesses, but I also work with people that are ready to get their life together. So if your intention is to get your life together this week, or get your business moving forward and make your business successful, now is really the time to come see me. So thank you again for listening, and have a wonderful, powerful week, and I'll talk to you next week.